Welcome to the HVAC Financial Freedom Podcast, a show where we talk about HVAC business ownership and financial freedom by sharing stories and advice of experts who can help you get there. Now your host, John Victoria.
Hello and welcome everybody to the HVAC Financial Freedom Podcast. I'm here, your host, John Victoria, and today we have a very interesting topic for you. I don't think we've discussed this on the podcast just yet, and today we are talking about smart TV advertising. And so I want to introduce our guest for today, Mr. Mohammed Siddique. We actually met at a conference 2 to 3 weeks ago. It was the Commitment Summit hosted in Costa Rica. And, we connected afterwards and we talked about different strategies to help grow HVAC businesses. And so just as an intro to him, I'd consider him a Renaissance man with the number of things that he's done in the past. He is based in Atlanta, Georgia. He is an Amazon influencer, real estate investor, global social media authority, king of relationship capital, entrepreneurial philanthropist, and he's author of The New Success Secrets. And also his business that we'll be discussing today, its focus is helping HVAC business owners to grow their business through local smart TV client acquisition strategies and done-for-you services. So very glad to have you on, Mohammed. How you doing today?
It's amazing. Outstanding today.
Super outstanding. And I'm excited because I've been in the digital marketing space for since 2016, and I have not really explored the power of local smart TV advertising. But before we hop into things, I wanted to first get into your background because you have such a diverse background and so many different things you're working on. And so to kick things off, how did you get into what you're doing now? Like, what's your origin story and leading all the way up to today?
If you have not figured out so far, I'm an immigrant from Pakistan. In 1996, when I came, someone paid for my airline ticket. This is the American dream, like immigrant stories, land of opportunity. I was working for Oracle, little company called Oracle for 5 years almost. And while working on entrepreneurship on the side, I started our little company with $694 and my partner paid on his credit card. At that time, I did not even have my own credit card. Okay. And he said, Siddique, you are like extrovert and I like how you outreach to people. I offer you 10% ownership in the company. And then, and here's the question I asked him. I said, I'm so kind of grateful for 10%. Just tell me what kind of milestones I have to achieve so we become an equal partner. I didn't ask for equal partnership. I said, just tell me what kind of milestone I have to achieve. Then he puts, X million and this million and that million. And within 6 months, we were equal partner. Wow. My role was a business development, AKA marketing. If you don't remember the Google AdWords, when it used to be 1 cent per click, those days, 1 cent a click. In fact, few years later, Google put a 5 cents minimum. My partners called me in a panic. I said, our cost of acquisition will go 5x. I don't think so we can survive in a business anymore. Mm-hmm. Okay. Wow. And 12 years later, we sold for multi-million-dollar. And then after that, we had done number of, I'm a serial entrepreneur. And now 20 years later, I own number of businesses and I love marketing. Not only a simple marketing, getting on Google AdWords, Facebook marketing, YouTube marketing. No, none of those. We always want to do something different, which is unique. Again, I loved the Google when it was a 1 cent a click. I wish you can go back to that one. Is that right, John?
Oh, we wish.
If that's the case, keep listening or watching this. We have a same opportunity right now. And best part is that also from Google. You may or may not be aware of that.
That's amazing. And also it's really cool that, you've really seen, businesses from just the inception of it all the way to it fully selling. And that's the type of knowledge that a lot of people don't have. And you've been able to apply it to a number of different businesses, leading up to today. I'm curious. So, I know for today we're talking about smart TV advertising. How did you even get into that and to get access to this opportunity? Because you were back in the early days of 1 cent Google ads clicks. That's amazing. I wish we could time travel back to those times. We'd all be, make a lot of money. If we could wind back the hands of time. But smart TV advertising, how did you get into it? It's like unexplored territory, I feel, for a lot of businesses, and particularly, let's say HVAC businesses as well.
Yeah, in that first company we sold in 12 years. Then once we sold the company, then I figured, let me look at my strength. What's my strength? My strength was marketing. We were the number one in 30, competing with 30 companies worldwide. Then say, I just want to dig into only that's my strength. Just focus on building relationships and keep on client acquisition. For last 2-3 years, we have been really focused on this. Hey, Google is expensive, Facebook is expensive. There is so much click fraud. Again, I'm not against that's true. 30%, 20%. There's some numbers, theory, 30%, 20% clicks on Google and Facebook are kind of fraud. They are not really to your target audience. And you're clicking and you're wasting money. Then I say, there got to be some better way. Plus, especially is expensive now. And me and my partner, A.M. Khan, we figured out in like a few years, put very focused, don't tell anybody. Let's just create a number of case studies and success stories and see someone just opening a restaurant after a COVID time. And just imagine how many restaurants were the hard hit business. We all eat every day. Somebody opening a new location, how they will get the word out? And they're crushing it right now, all through this smart TV thing. The way before even explain how it works, is very, very simple. Imagine someone is searching for your service, HVAC, their AC is broken, or if it's a winter time, the heating is not working. Guess what? How hard is that? They are in a market searching for the service, and magically your ad show up on their local TV. That's what we're talking about. That's almost like, if you allow me to say it, is number one Google spot, and none of your competition is there.
I love that. And I think you opened up a few things there. So, I mean, first point that you brought up that I want to dive into is click fraud. And for anyone who's not really familiar with click fraud, there is 20 to 30% of clicks that are happening on Google Ads. They could be bots, they could be your competitors. But they're people that are not really interested in hiring you, but they're clicking on your ads. Google is charging you, and that's just coming straight out of your pocket. Like, this isn't properly utilized ad budget. It's being wasted. It's the click fraud. And did I get that right, Mohammed? Is that the best way to say it?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. And so what you're saying is we're going to sidestep the issue of click fraud by tapping into another type of advertising that can avoid that altogether, and so that would be through smart TV advertising. And I guess second thing to maybe help clarify for folks as well is you mentioned in market. So you mentioned, like, let's say someone is in need of a new AC unit. It's let's say it's Arizona. It's so hot. That's potentially life-threatening. Like, that's a life-threatening situation if things don't get resolved quickly. And so when you say in market, like, so you're somehow able to get access to these people, or how does that work?
Yeah, John, you and people, HVAC folks who are watching this, when one of your customer, when they need your service, where they go? On Google, is that right?
Yes, that's
and
right.
They look for, okay, who is nearby me? Can I book a call? See who are the local providers in nearby me. That's mean in market. Now someone is searching for that product or service. Say my ignition is not working. How can I call someone? The moment that's like in market, they are need for their service right now. The moment it happens, there's a smart TV knows that. Now, when someone is watching a smart TV at home in your target market, in your local, hyper local in your business, imagine your ads start showing up when they're watching a TV. And in your 5-mile radius, 2-mile radius from your address, from your zip code, we are talking about a hyper local. Imagine you mentioned about Phoenix. I just checked it while you were saying it. Is the 50,000 people in a week, 1 week. People are in the market right now for HVAC services in Phoenix, Arizona right now.
Wow.
In 1 week. So multiply by 4, not even a 4.2, there's like a 200,000. So who is there who want to dominate in that Phoenix market? It could be your client. If not, then choose a client and work with them. Help them to dominate in the local market. Zero click fraud. You know why? When the ad shows up on a TV, there's a QR code. You scan it from your phone. On the other side, send you a text message. Now you get their cell phone number right to start with.
Wow.
So John, I don't have to share with you. You know, go high level and everything else. Right from the text messaging, you take over the campaign after that on the other side.
Mm-hmm. No, and that's incredible. So just to recap for everybody. So for in market, if Google has an audience who is interested in a particular topic. And so let's say someone is searching on Google for AC repair, AC install, could be a tune-up. And when that happens, Google then flags these people as part of an audience you can now advertise to. So Google Ads, they'll have something similar. But with smart TV advertising, they can take the same audience, but instead of them just seeing an ad on Google, they can be watching their, late night TV show. They could be watching whatever on TV, but your ad will now pop up in that specific home. And so it doesn't have to show up in everybody's home, but it's very specific to someone who has shown interest. And Google has these slots to present your ad during that time block, which is crazy because in the past, I imagine there wasn't this smart TV advertising. It was just broadcast to everybody, regardless of interest or not, leading to wasted ad spend. But for this, it sounds like you can get hyper local with where it's based out of, but also you already know they're interested and you're only serving ads to those people who are interested in what you have to offer. And so this can be used as a standalone, it sounds, but also can be used as something that's part of a larger marketing campaign where you're omnipresent regardless of where they're finding you. Yeah,
100%. They could be searching for temperature control system, boiler maintenance services, like all of the above keywords possible, and air conditioning service, HVAC service not working or something, and keep showing the ad over and over. And plus, how many people are actually watching the full ad versus skipped at 20% or 50%, all that KPI metrics of availability of not only the impressions, you only know how many times the whole ad was showed, how many people actually watch the whole ad. The people who watch the whole ad, you can run them a follow-up, another ad, different type of ad if you like to, just like a funnel thing in the business. Imagine having a conversation almost like a one-to-one with people who watch your first message, then you show up the second message, then the third message if you like to. This can get even a complex one, Here's the best part. We offer it all done for you, 100%. From a creation of a whole commercial, we don't have to show up on your office. We do it all from your images and from your website and all the little videos you probably have. We create because we have mastered that process, and that's all 100% done for you. Here's the best part. It's not tens of thousands of dollars what you typically did. Whenever you think about TV, it's too expensive. I have to sign maybe one or multiple years contract. No, none of that.
Yes.
Month to month, you decide if it doesn't work for you next month. It's okay. It will work for you. Why? People are searching for that in market,
I love that. That's amazing. And I guess one other angle I want to look at it too is why does this work? Right. There's all these types of forms of advertising. Let's say 50, 60 years ago, we were doing a lot more TV advertising. There wasn't SEO. There wasn't, email marketing potentially. Why is smart TV advertising working today? And kind of is there psychological reasons why that is? Is it just because there's no one on it? What are some of those factors that you'd say makes it so much more powerful than some other forms of advertising?
Because of the month to month and all simplified gaming launch within 72 hours. And plus we are only focused on in market people who are searching for your product and service. That was not possible before, as you mentioned earlier, a few minutes ago, John, that earlier used to be just run an ad, a cable TV, a dish or whatever. They broadcast in the whole area. We are in like 1 million people household. You don't know if somebody is even searching for that one. Hey, only for how many clients I will get? Oh, it's branding and awareness. All that now plus people, because people are searching for it, you can actually see it. Imagine everyone is texting you and you know the specific number. They're texting you the QR code. Now you can track how many clients came from which video, which ad. You don't have to come with the different phone numbers if you like to. You can put all those different keywords for everyone. Same phone number, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, and plus, if a certain hours you are getting more clients, we can actually expand the reach in that time, you know, because you know what time of the day you're getting more texts and all that stuff. It's almost like a digital marketing with the on TV, almost like a digital marketing on TV. So TV is the new, and thanks to Netflix and other ones, because they know everybody's watching on-demand content. They are not, who is waiting for 8 o'clock show anymore, you know, 10 o'clock.
True.
They want on-demand. 80-90% household TVs are all smart TVs these days. People are watching CNN, Fox News, even YouTube, all these favorite videos on a larger screen, like a living room experience. Now they imagine that your ad is showing up on a 55-inch TV or 75, 85, 75, whatever the bigger screen right now is. You know, that's the biggest screen in everywhere, you know.
That's awesome. And I guess just to clarify too, so for smart TV, when these ads are showing, let's say for example we're watching a news station, are these ads showing up like, let's say that there's a segment, is it showing up right after that? How about if someone's watching something else, like you said, Netflix or YouTube? Like how are these placements incorporated when someone's watching on their smart TV?
Great question, John. People are watching YouTube. People say the largest is now it's almost like a largest search engine on YouTube. People are watching YouTube on smart TV, on TV, because they're watching their show on YouTube on a smart TV through YouTube app. People are watching CNN on YouTube because most of the media is going live on YouTube anyway when they're actually broadcasting. And you will know how many stations is actually your ad is being shown. Google give you every detail. This is the Google largest media network. Even the marketers are not even aware of that one. I don't know a single marketer so far who has taken advantage of this one. Why? TV commercial is a different skill altogether, creation.
Yes.
Yeah. And what converts? People are going to skip the ad within 7 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. What we do is we front load the offer. So even people that skip your ad, they already know your offer. Imagine you're offering a, $50 off on something, to which you imagine mentioning that $50 off on your next like AC inspection visit or whatever, right up front, scan the QR code right now before they even see the ad, skip ad button. They already know your offer.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. That's amazing. It's amazing. So I guess in terms of placement, is it, because I'm imagining, like, let's say the Super Bowl, and then let's say I watch the game, then there's an ad there. Like, is it kind of like stream of consciousness? Like it just goes through and then you see it, or is it like
Google puts it whenever they want to put it in the middle, in the start, in the middle, at the end, whenever, because they're watching a content, then it shows up right in the middle. So
I see. Okay.
Front or the back end, it's just like watching a YouTube on a computer. However, this is just a matter of watching on TV.
Wow, that's awesome. Cool. So it's just like a lot of customization. There's also a lot of Google's own AI that's powering this. So, we don't have to always think through when's the best time. Google's massive multi-billion-dollar artificial intelligence algorithm figures out exactly where to place it. Yeah. It's just a matter of now, okay, who are we looking to serve? What are the zip codes? What is the radius? Yeah. Who is the market? We're trying to tap into someone interested in, say, AC or heating repair installation or tune-up. And then, of course, the presentation of the media, which we discussed. And it seems like the format would be, you'd start off with the offer, whether that's an inspection and there's some QR code that's there. And then there'd be the presentation of the media. And, you can customize this based off what you want. But what I do want to double click into is that I know when you're designing these types of ads, there's a specific way that you approach it with direct response. And I wanted to get into that because I feel like that's also the powerful part about this. It's not having just access to the network, but it's how the ad is presented. So could you walk through like your philosophy of designing these ads and how, direct, for those not familiar with direct response, like how does that work and why is it so much more impactful than just, throwing up a video on there and hoping, fingers crossed that things work out for you.
Yeah, hope and pray method it's not a good business strategy. The direct response for HVAC folks, that's like when you show up the ad, somebody actually scan it. There's a call to action. That means, hey, call this number right now or scan the QR code and text us right now, and we are standing by, 9 to 5, whatever, 24/7. So that's a direct response. However, if you're just showing like an iPhone ad, they don't really call for, hey, call the number and buy the iPhone. That's branding and awareness, top of the mind campaign. This is doing all that. iPhone is different. Your HVAC business is different because somebody is going to call HVAC guy when
there's a need.
It's not working. There's a need. Yeah. So what you want is a call to action. You just give them to scan the QR code, and you will get more calls. Your phone will be ringing. You will get more customers. Now you say, okay, I'm putting this much money and I'm making this much money. This is simple math, and every business owner understand that part. Hey, I put a $5 on the other side. I'm getting $50 on the other side. That's a good business,
Yes, love that. Yeah, and that's exactly it, right? At the end of the day, regardless of the marketing channel, we're looking for that return on investment.
100%.
So I'd love to, because I know prior to this conversation, we talked about some of the markets that are open and some of those numbers. Can we talk some numbers? Like, what does this look like in terms of like, accessibility? You mentioned like the TV spots, and also like what is the potential reach and potential conversion for something like this? Since, I think at the end of the day, no matter what, it's marketing spend. I put this in, what could be my potential range of returns from this?
Yeah, wonderful. Like HVAC is like a seasonal business. That's what I did a quick search on this. Like a summer is hot and they are so busy, they can't even take that many clients. And winter, heating kicks in. However, what about the other two seasons, spring and fall? That's kind of slow months. Oh, we are not really busy. They're trying to kind of, it's like a Tuesday on restaurants, like a mid of the week is kind of slow days. The weekends, restaurants are busy. So that gave you the opportunity. In fact, such a coincidence, I have no idea when you're watching or listening this. We are recording it almost on the 1st of September, almost like in fall starting, So I looked at the numbers just before on the show came up. Phoenix, 50,000 TV spots available for HVAC people right now who are in market for HVAC services.
Wow.
Right now in Phoenix. In Chicago, there's a Midwest is kind of, summer is almost kind of gone,
Mm-hmm.
And there's a 70,000 spots available right now. For 70,000 spots doesn't really mean like only 70,000 times video will show up, because that means 70,000 different people are searching for your services for HVAC. They are calling for air conditioning services, air condition, climate control, air quality, all that, something related to HVAC. In Chicago is 70,000. How can I miss my own city? I'm in Atlanta,
Yeah, hit Atlanta.
I have to cover my own city, biased, In Atlanta is 80,000 spots available. Imagine someone has a metro area, like a whole bigger city in multiple locations. They want to cover, imagine your ad showing up 80,000 times in Atlanta. In Phoenix, 50,000, 70,000. This is with a quick search. We can expand and probably it will be a lot more. This is not a one day. This is for a week. So in a month, multiply by 4.2, maybe 4.3, 7 days a week. This is like 4 weeks would be like 80,000 multiplied by 4, simple math, 50,000 multiplied by 4, 70,000. We are talking about 200,000, 250,000 TV spots available.
Wow.
Yeah. And you can only choose, you can choose how many you want to actually even start the test. You don't have to take all this 200,000, that's probably too expensive.
Yeah.
Because your staff, your HVAC business may not be that big enough. You only have so many people to work on, technicians. So you can take, okay, I just want to show my 5,000, see what happened. 10,000, see what happened. Let's go on 50,000,
Wow.
So you can start very small and test it for yourself. See if it works for you. I'm sure once you try, it will work, because in market people are searching for it. You show your ad, they scan the QR code, call you, text you, and you take over the conversation. Simple as that.
Yeah. And I guess one thing I just want to point out as well is that because these people are in market, this could be very drastically different than, let's say, a social media ad just broadcast to an area, right? Where it's not someone who is deliberately searching or looking for what is you need. Social media, it's not as strongly intent based as something like Google. And so I think that's what makes this so powerful. There's this number of spots, but it's like we already know they need this service. They need your help. And, maybe they find you on Google, then they see you on the TV. It's this omnipresent, like you're everywhere effect.
Yeah.
That's the powerful thing I can see.
Yeah. I just want to clarify one thing. We mentioned about Phoenix, Chicago, and Atlanta. However, this is available all over the US. Don't feel bad if I didn't mention your city name. So we will know right before even we kind of start to do anything there. Oh, how many spots are available in your area? Based on that, really means spots mean how many people are searching for that one right now. And every one of you, whoever kind of decided to take action on this, they are guaranteed to be a number one spot on Google.
Wow.
Because you can only show one ad at one time. They can't watch multiple ads at once.
Yes, only one. Awesome. And Mohammed, so right now, I think this could be very relevant since we are in the shoulder or the slow season for a lot of HVAC businesses. So, let's say that an HVAC business wanted to run an activation campaign right now. Maybe they wanted to present some offer so that they can keep their guys busy, especially during this slower time of the year. So, how long would it take to get something launched? Like, what would that look like? Because I know a lot of concern that people have is, we're in the slow season now. We can't wait 3, 6, 9 months to get something launched. So how would that look like if someone wanted to start a smart TV ad today?
1 to 3, only 3 days.
3 days. Wow.
Yeah. Just get on a call with me. And the link is given probably with this one. I can say it too. jvgenius.com/HVAC. We are calling it, John, with your permission, HVAC marketing machine on local smart TV network.
Awesome. And just to spell it out for everyone, so that's jvgenius.com. And then what's the ending?
/HVAC.
Got it.
Yeah. So there's a calendar. You can talk to me and I will treat you very nicely. There's no sale. I just show you what's the potential available in your area. Then you decide if this is really for you or not.
Yes. Love that.
And again, if you decided to move on, you say, I just want to start small. I don't want to start big, So even for someone who has multiple locations, in different multiple cities, we can have a consulting engagement where we can actually show you the whole path, how you can dominate in your market. This is only for those people who really want to grow and dominate in their local market. It's total domination almost. You can crush your competition all the way.
Yeah, and do something different than everyone else, right?
Absolutely.
Most people are doing the same thing. Digital marketers, and I'll also take the blame on this too. Like we only have a hammer, so we look at every problem as a nail. So it's not a diverse tool set, and so this is something where it's not going to be a red ocean. Red ocean meaning like everyone is cannibalizing each other, going after the same audience. But you're showing up in a way where no one else even is thinking of this or doesn't even know it's even possible. And so I think that's also the really cool thing when it comes to this.
Yeah. And some might be thinking, oh, I want to start small. How much is it going to cost? It can start as low as $1,000. Have you ever heard the last time TV ad running, 5,000 people are watching your ad? And commercial done, all done for you, 100% fulfillment, no contract month to month, even as a little amount like $1,000.
That's crazy.
This
Most
is
people are
almost like
tens of
20 years
thousands.
ago. Remember, you say time machine back. This is a time machine back where you are almost getting for 1 cent. How long this will be there? No idea. It's, like a Google advert is so expensive now. Same way. This will be very expensive.
Wow.
Later, not right now. This is the time to actually jump on a call. JVGenius, GENIUS.com/HVAC. This is exclusively for the HVAC Financial Freedom Podcast listeners. And we are calling it HVAC Marketing Machine on local smart TV network.
Love this. So exciting.
Yeah. That network is owned by Google. Okay. So all the reporting real time, how many people are watching, you can actually have a link exclusive for you, and you keep watching how many people are actually watching your ad, how many are full watching all the way. You can monitor it anytime.
Crazy.
You don't have to wait for quarterly reports from anybody. It's available right away, right after the ad goes live,
Yeah, instant, be able dashboard where you see all the numbers, how's it going?
Yeah.
And especially because it's a slow season currently when we're recording this, we don't have time to wait another 3 months. It's already, it's too late if it's 3 months from now.
Yeah.
It's like, what can we do? What can we deploy now that can begin to generate new customers or to reactivate or rehash old customers that used to work with us who, they're due for a tune-up, they're due for an inspection. How do we access them now? And that's 3 days it takes really to get things up and running, which is unheard of.
Yeah.
Like how fast that is in the industry. So
I love to help any HVAC business owners all over US, even international, by the way. Only thing is we only know English. We don't know the language at this time.
yes. Amazing. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So I guess, what other things have we missed when it comes to folks understanding smart TV advertising? So we already covered, like, what do the ads look like? What are the potential costs, the advantages, the potential reach that someone has in different markets? What other things does someone have to consider when it comes to smart TV advertising that we might be missing?
Yeah, you don't want to sit and wait and regret it for later when this is so expensive. That's the only thing we didn't really cover it. It's a complimentary call. Just get on jvgenius.com/HVAC. And you don't want to regret it later because you will be paying many, many times more. Why? Because Google will bump up the rate. Right now, they just launched it like almost secretly. They're calling it the biggest media on TV right now. They have a more ad inventory available than traditional TV right now.
Wow.
Right? That's happening. It's a total adoption. That's where the Google is going, really beyond computers and smartphones. And you want to be crushing it, getting a number one in your local market. You don't want to really do international, like all over US or like a bigger market throughout the Georgia, unless you have locations.
Mm-hmm.
Cable, dish, they don't have that much flexibility. They can only offer ad, only broadcasting it. Here you are broadcasting to the person who is looking for your service. That availability, even in dish and the other, even they want to do it, they can't do it because linear programming does not offer that at all. Wow. They have changed, they redefined the whole advertising through the smart TV. And Google is number one on search. Now they are number one on TV as well.
Incredible. Untapped opportunity. It's almost like with the when they had the gold rush in California.
That's exactly.
Way back when, lots of there's lots of gold. People started rushing over, and the opportunity is there. This is undeveloped. Like, people really have not. Most marketing companies won't even know this exists. And so that's really the special opportunity. And also just the timing of it right now works out really well because it is a slower season. It's not going to be cost prohibitive where it's, 10, 20, 30K for a TV spot or a radio spot like you might spend.
Yeah.
And the targeting is just incredible because you have Google's multi-billion-dollar artificial intelligence be able to access that most people won't be able to tap into. So So yeah, it's jvgenius.com/HVAC. I'll add the link in the show notes. But yeah, really, really exciting what we got going here. So with that, I think we'll close up the show pretty soon. Any other last things, Mohammed, that you think would be key for people to know about your story, about smart TV advertising, or if you want to also talk about your book, since I know that that came out, New Success Secrets, would also love to dive into that as well.
Yeah, I'm the author of New Success Secrets: How to Build, Run, and Manage Unstoppable Success Teams. Because we all know our growth level is not as a leader of your business. You own the business. You are the leader of your business. You are as good as your team is performing. If your team is really good, in fact, they have to be smarter than you, even though you believe it or not. They will outperform what you're looking for. So we help. My success, we have around 350 people in our team right now, and we are about to get to 650 in next few weeks. I'm talking about. Okay, people are talking about recession. We are growing to that level. It's like a growth pain. You know why? Because we assign teams and team performs at their best. Because I'm the author of New Success Secrets. It's too expensive. It's 99 cents on Amazon. Just
99 cents. I think that's gonna put me in the. That's incredible, and and just to highlight what you just said, when people says there's like, oh, there's a recession, the money doesn't disappear. It's just changing hands, and so it's just being smart about where that money would have to be moving. And I think that's incredible, like what you guys are doing as well, and being so open. Like 99 cents for the New Success Secrets. That's incredible. That's a steal. So what are some takeaways someone would get from the book if someone were to buy
it? There are 4 things whenever you get something to do, like a task. We call it a 4D model. One is either first is just do it. We all have a big to-do list. It never really finish.
That's right.
Many things always stay on to-do list. You don't even know they are on the to-do list, So we train our team is when something pops in your inbox or task, somebody asks for it, there's only 4 Ds you can apply. Number 1 is do it.
Do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Nike.
Yeah, right away. The second thing is, if you can't do it right now, based on whatever the reason could be, date it. Schedule it, time on your calendar when you're going to do it. If you have no time to do it, third D is delegate it. Assign it to someone else in your team who can, and ask them to put on their calendar. Assign to the only person who has the time available. So that means it's done, really,
Yes.
Do it. Or date it. That means when you're going to do it. Or delegate to third person. The fourth one is, if you can't do it yourself, you can't even schedule it on your own calendar, and you have nobody to delegate it. Here's the best one. Dump it.
Dump it. Goodbye.
That's it. That's what they say. You need to learn how to say no. Why? Because you already know there's nobody available. Just dump it. Don't say yes to that one anyway. That means your inbox to-do list is always how much? 0 pending.
Goal 0. Love it.
Yeah.
So 4 Ds. So
4
do, date it, delegate, or dump it.
Yeah. My favorite one is dump it, by the way. So.
Oh yeah, that's I love what I believe Warren Buffett says. It's like he has so many opportunities that come to him almost every single day, and really the skill to master is saying no, right? An infinite amount of opportunities, but we have limited budget, we have limited time, we have limited resources, whether that be personnel or otherwise, and so love it. So yeah, lock in the 4 Ds, everyone. And of course, that's just one concept of many in the New Success Secrets. So definitely check out the book. 99 cents. I don't think that'll break the bank. You can find 90 cents probably if you dig into your pocket right now. Right. Awesome. Yeah. So cool. So I think we'll wrap up today. Any final words, Mohammed, that you want to share with everybody as we close out for the day?
The final word is, when the opportunity knocks on your door, like this smart TV is knocking you right now, and you're probably having a conversation with yourself. Should I do it or not? It may not be for me, it may not for you. Like whatever you're thinking, having a conversation with yourself, stop it right now. have a conversation with someone like me or anyone else who knows this. Have a call with them. That way, whenever the opportunity knocks at your door, utilize it. Then make a decision. Educate yourself right away. Get on a call. Tell me if this is how I am doing. Help me out if this is for me or not. Because you don't want to miss it. It took me 20 years to really go back to the Google Gold Rush again. So, and we are knocking your door right now. That's it.
Love it. Opportunity knocks, answer it, because it may not knock again.
100%. Or maybe 20 years later, guess what? You may not be in the same business or may not be in the position to take on that anymore.
Yeah.
So
maybe you'll be metaverse next time we speak to you. There'll be some metaverse in market advertising.
Yeah, I'm sure it's coming. You never know.
Awesome. Well, just in close, I just want to say, Mohammed, thank you so much for your time today. You bring an incredible wealth of wisdom from business. I mean, you mentioned earlier, like really just the start to end of growing businesses. You've taken and parlayed those talents into launching. This is one, I know you have many different businesses, but this is amazing. Smart TV advertising. We talked about the power that it can have in serving video ads or smart TV ads to a specific market in a specific zip code, and really how it's a wild west right now because it's a blue ocean. There's not people who are also trying to advertise in the same space. It's really wide open right now, which is why the costs are really low as well. So if you are an HVAC contractor who's looking to grow your business, especially right now during the slow season, you want to keep your guys busy. You don't want them to be out of work and potentially look for work other places. It can be really painful if you don't have that business coming in. So this is one opportunity that you can look into that could really grow your business, keep your guys busy, and set yourself up for being able to really dominate into the winter seasons as well as moving into the seasons for next year. So thank you everyone so much for your time on the podcast. Really appreciate your time. And yeah, we will catch you on the next podcast. So thanks so much. Take care and see you soon. All right. Bye, everyone.